Hello, the cave loot crate loot tables have changed for r.ASA. Not only is the loot quality cranked way up, but the items in each crate is different now as well. We are going to go over where you can get the blueprints you need. I've gotten into the code and parsed out what each crate has that is unique to it. In future videos, I will do this for the supply drops and fishing as well. The first thing we need to understand are the different loot crates. If you notice in front of me here, we have several red, yellow, blue, and so on loot crates, and they all look the same. In fact, they are different, and this is something that wildcard should have changed, so that the ice, swamp, normal, water, and ocean crates all look different, instead of all being the same, which can get confusing. On the island, it's not too confusing because they are in the caves that the name goes with, but once the non-canon maps come out, it gets a bit more confusing. Ragnarok has caves with swamp, ice, and normal cave loot crates, all in the same cave. Some ice caves on non-canon maps have swamp cave crates in them, and lava caves have the ice cave crates, so an identifier would be nice. Ice cave loot crates have 3 tiers. There's tier 1, 2, and 3. And everything from tier 1 can be found in tier 2, and everything in tier 2 can be found in 3, and that logic continues on through each of the cave loot crates, not just ice, so swamp and normal, and underwater as well. There is also a bonus loot such as ammo, curries, and so on that can appear in the loot crates, but we are focusing on what is in the crates based on the code and not the bonus stuff from a different table. Swamp Cave has 3 tiers of loot crates as well. Then the underwater cave has 3 tiers of loot crates. The ocean loot crates are only 1 tier. And finally, the standard cave loot crate has 4 tiers of crates. Now, the standard cave loot crates are pretty much in every cave that is not swamp, ice, and underwater caves. The underwater cave loot crates are only in the west and east life caves and are fairly dangerous caves. Then the swamp crates are found in the swamp cave, which, funny enough, is not in the swamp, but in the redwoods. The ice cave crates are found in the ice cave under Blue Obby on the south side of the slope. Now, before we get into what blueprints are where, let's go over server caps. On official servers, the amount of armor a saddle has and the amount of damage a weapon does is capped, along with the player armor as well. Now, most saddles cap at 124 armor, except for a few that are considered tank dinos, and those will cap at 74. One example would be the rock golem. So if you get a saddle that won't go over 74 or rolls back to 74, that's why. Then the weapon damage is capped at 298%. Now, player armor is a little trickier. While the armor cap is 496 for player armor, the durability is not capped. And the durability is the more important part anyway, so crank that up as high as you can. Now, even though there are caps, you may notice that you can loot higher than the cap, and even craft higher than the cap. Now, once the server restarts, usually after an update pushed through by wildcard, where they bring the servers down and back up, the items and blueprints will drop down to the cap. Now, used to, players could place overcapped items and blueprints in upload to protect them from this. And since a lot of stuff from 2015 is back in the game, then maybe this is back as well. When fighting in PvP, doing a boss fight, or etc., the list goes on, a player can craft an overcapped item for a temporary advantage. With the new loot modifiers, the loot quality right now is a little crazy, and it's common to find overcapped blueprints. These blueprints are so insanely expensive to craft, and when they fall back to cap, they are still super expensive. So that's kind of a negative there. And the quality almost eliminates the need for the crafting skill. So I imagine that when wildcard gets to the point where they are no longer rushing optimization updates and worrying about the console release, they will start adjusting the quality rates to balance the game and make the blueprints more balanced. So do not count on these high quality blueprints to stick around. Then we have the ocean loot crates, which have no quality boost. The quality is clamped at 1. And to give you an idea, The other loot crates are clamped between 3.6 and 9. This is out of a scale of 10, where the higher the number, the better the quality. Of course, the more expensive the blueprint is as well. The benefit of the ocean loot crates is that they have almost every item or blueprint in the game in them. This is also a negative though. With such a large loot pool, it'll be even rarer to get what you want from the ocean crates. Now, when I mentioned the armor in the crates, armor is no longer divided up among different loot crates. So no more going, alright, swamp has the legs, ice has the chest, and underwater has the helmet. Nah, if a crate contains a piece of armor, it has the whole set in the loot table. So if let's say flak armor, that means the crate has all of the flak armor pieces. And this is a really nice change. Well, let's jump into the loot tables. Ice Cave loot crates, tier 1, so the blue crates, have fur armor. Saddles are mammoth, megatherium, kangaroo, hyenodon, equus, the stag, terror birds, carno, raptors, stegos, and track saddles. The weapons you can get are the crossbow, the torch, metal hatchet, metal pick, sickle, sword, pike, and simple pistol. And if you're enjoying this video so far, smash that like button and subscribe for future videos. Next up, we have the tier 2 or yellow ice grave loot crates. The armor in tier 2 is black armor and metal shields. Then we have the saddles. We have the calico, saber, dire bear, woolly rhino, argentavius, thylico, megalosaurus, and beaver saddles. And then the weapons in the tier 2 crate are the double barrel shotgun, the long neck, the fab pistol, and the assault rifle. Next up, we have the tier 3 ice cave loot crates, which are red crates. The armor is riot armor and riot shields. The saddles, Yudi, Quetz platform saddle, Therizino, Charchar, and Daedon saddles. This is one of the few places to get a Therizino and Charchar saddle from, so controlling the ice cave is going to be very important for PvP. The weapons are pump action shotgun, assault rifle, compound bow, the electric prod, and the sniper rifle. And that's the ice cave loot. Time to jump into the swamp cave loot. Tier 1, which is blue, has the ghillie armor set. For saddles, we have the spider, arthro, toad, scorpion, caprosuchus, sarco, iguanodon, carno, raptor, stego, and track saddles. So mostly stuff you would find around the swamp. So that's kind of cool. Right, the weapons are the same as the ice tier 1, so we won't go over those. Then we have the tier 2 or yellow swamp crates. Armor is flak and metal shield. The saddles are Haracer, Megalania, Aloe, Tapajahara, Haracer platform, Pterodon, Ankleo, and Doed saddles. And again, the weapons are the same as Ice Cave Tier 2 crates. So let's jump into the Swamp Cave Tier 3, which are red crates. For armor, we have Riot and Riot Shield, still same as Ice. Then we have the Giga, Rex, Bronto platform, and Rhinoganatha saddles. Tier 3 swamp crates are one of the few places to get the Giga, Rex, and Rhino saddles. And of course, the weapons, again, are the same as Tier 3 Ice Cave crates. By keeping the weapon and armor loot tables the same across multiple caves, it gives players a chance to get some good blueprints, even if some caves are blocked off. Next up, we have the underwater cave loot crates, not to confuse them with the ocean loot crates. Tier 1 underwater crates have chitin armor, Diplodocus, Dolphin, Parasaur, Carno, Raptor, Stego, and Trike saddles. They do not have weapons, but that doesn't mean you will not get a weapon, as there is a random list of items that can be pulled from another loot table. But the underwater cave crates themselves do not have any unique weapons as part of them. The Tier 2 underwater loot crates, which are yellow, have Scuba, Megalodon, Baryonyx, Bacillo, Pelagornis, Dunkleo, and Manta saddles. Kind of befitting an underwater loot table if you think about it. Then we have the Tier 3 underwater loot crate, which is red. This has black armor and metal shields. His saddles are Spino, Mosa, Mosa Platform, Lesia, Lesia Platform, and Tuso saddles. Next up are the ocean loot crates. They're red and they contain most items including Reno Ganatha, Charchar, Rex, Theri, and Giga saddles. Right. Then we have these standard loot crates, which come in 4 tiers. Tier 1 has cloth, hide armor, and wooden shields. The saddles are Sarco, Trike, Raptor, Hyenodon, Equus, Scorpion, Stego, Apache Rhino, Manta, Gallimimus, Parasaur, Turtle, Pioma, Dolphin, and Packy saddles. It contains stone pick, stone hatchet, torch, club, slingshot, and the bow. Now next up is Tier 2 chitin armor. It also has the Dunkleo saddle, Dire Bear, Megatherium, Arthro, Carno, Inkleo, Saber, Spider, Iguanodon, Stag, Mammoth, Diplodocus, Terrorbird, and Doed saddles. The weapons are Metal Hatchet, Metal Pick, Sickle, Pike, Flare Gun, Crossbow, and Double Barrel Shotgun. Next up, we have the Tier 3. They have Ghillie and Fur Armor, Aloe Saddles, Plesia Saddles, Megalania, Bronto, Pterodon, Capro, Toad, Pararacer, Calico, and Pelagornis saddles. The weapons are Long Neck, Fab Pistol, and Harpoon Gun. This is one of the few places to get a Harpoon Gun. Then we have Tier 4. Tier 4 contains Black, Metal Shields, Megalodon, Baryonyx, Paracer Platform Saddles, Thylacoleo, Woolly Rhino, Tapajahara, Megalosaurus, Daedon, Bacillo, Beaver, and Argentavis saddles. And the weapons are the Pump Action Shotty, Assault Rifle, Compound Bow, Electric Prod, and the Sniper Rifle. So as you can see, there are now many ways to get most blueprints to foster competition on PvP servers. I am working on a spreadsheet with all of the info in this video on it, and I will link it in the description below when it's done. Next up will be the drop loot crates and the fishing loot, so make sure to subscribe. If you enjoyed the video, smash that like button. Have an awesome day.